fancy intro music. Yeah! Woohoo!
Away Teams 2.0 has officially launched here with a brand new extension to their research tree, and they've got a new favor system in the faction itself. But what we're going to focus on today is talking about the new away team system, including the new priority 1 away missions, how you should focus on that, where you should focus on that, and what to do with the research tree itself. So, pull up a chair, sit a while, because there's a lot of depth in here, but there's a lot of good in here, especially for those of you who like long-term officer sourcing. As you can see, I'm running a rare away team priority 1 right now with the chance of getting Nurse Chapel shards. Now, many of you will immediately notice that a lot higher requirements for the defense, health, attack, etc. stat numbers. Now, part of this is because these are such long missions. Look right here, this one originally starting at 6 days long. Yeah, they do take quite a while. Now, to overcome that, there are ways to source speed ups in the away team store, so that can help you do that a little bit, but these are going to take some time. So as you're looking at throwing traits into these, keep in mind these can tag up and hold up your officers for quite a while. But if you're watching this the month that this came out, you make sure you're claiming your freebie every single day, because that's going to give you multiple days of those speed ups to help you make up for any of that, problemic, call it that, times for how long all this takes. You also have this free chest to claim every single day, so make sure you're claiming that as well, because that's also going to have a chance of giving you more of those away team speed ups, including some of those longer 1-day ones. We'll cover this in another video, but let's jump over into the research tree itself and what I recommend people going after and focusing on, which is going to be doing the priority 1 missions. But it might surprise you that, and hopefully this changes by the time you watch this video, hasn't by the time I made it, I am actually not recommending an efficiency research right here. However, I am absolutely recommending you go through the process of getting your away teams unlocked and working down, and I want to show you why. Because whether you're a player that's a free-to-play who maybe doesn't have a lot of the officers, or if you're a player who is a high-level player who's a spender but still wants to get the most bang for their buck, great things are here. So number 1 is unlocking the priority 1 tactical aggression mission itself. The priority 1 mission assignment unlock itself. Then we will start working down the tree. Now, many people have said, Rev, why not just dump into something like this first? Or why do I not spend my rewards? Why am I focusing on the research tree, essentially? Well, number 1, because many people have said, hey, I love the rewards in the away team store, which is where we just were. Real quick, let me show you what some of those things that people like are. So one thing is rep. Now, yes, you have the DTI faction, other things, but a lot of people like stuff like this because it's giving you the rep, it's giving you credits, and it's giving you recruit tokens, which can absolutely help out, as well as right here, those Klingon messages. So I get the allure, but remember, this takes the same currency as the research we're working on, and the research has more value. You kind of got a glimpse at it at the beginning of this video, but if you didn't catch it, don't worry, we're going to explain it to you. So let's jump back into this tree real quick. Back into away teams, we want to start by getting the priority assignments unlocked. And we'll start working down the tree. Now, if you notice, there's some real interesting little L's that form in terms of where you get to research. So you will focus on the top row completely, and then at different junctions, it will jump down. Now, you'll notice that once you complete the uncommon assignment unlock, you can then go do the rare. You see, there's no connecting point here. It just has a prerequisite, and that allows you to start going down this rung at the moment right there. Go ahead and do this here in the middle of the video. Yes, we're going to speed this up right here just for you because, well, that's what it's for. Hit that base isolated defense. So why are we doing this? So like I was saying, we're working down the tree. The number 1 reason is we want to unlock the better missions. Yes, they do take much longer, but the big thing is the rewards. How can you afford to move along the research tree fast? I was able to, day 1, completely free to play, go from here to the uncommons because of the missions themselves. Now, you will be bound by the RNG, and if you fail an away team mission, well, you're going to miss out on the currency. But as you can see here in this rare, I have the potential 95% chance for this account to earn 4,500 of the Pioneer Crest. So the better missions pay out much more crest, allowing you to then do multiple things like research and going out those away team store boxes. Not to mention the rewards of the away team mission itself, which you saw was giving me very, very valuable officer shards. Let's hop back in. Other things you will look at is it's increasing your stats, which again can be very important. More towards probably the higher levels there, but still very valuable. But this is valuable for everybody. Apex Shredding increases base Apex Shred against all players, hostiles, and armadas. Flat bonus for everything, period. And why does this matter? Well, a lot of you players maybe are struggling with new hostiles, PvP arenas. All this is going to help you get stronger. Yes, it is valuable. Yes, it does make a difference, especially if you start investing into it. So as you're going down, you can get to here, and then before that, right before, you see we have the Apex Shred. Come on down, you saw I just started ISO defense. Same logic when fighting hostiles or Armada. So doesn't include players, but most of you are PvE anyway, so that's completely fine, by the way. If you're a PvE only player, shout out to you. Honestly, I talk about PvP all the time, but you know what? Pirates like me appreciate farmers like you. Thank you for gathering the materials. I'm too lazy to gather myself. I'm a worse player than you are. You are awesome, and we appreciate you so much. Jokes aside, seriously, if you want to have better PvE grinding, this is going to help you out. And again, this is also starting that path. So again, we're watching that little drop menu that's helping us get to the unlocking con assignment. For those that don't want to pay for Fleet Commander Con, this is how we get to the path to unlock him for free. Again, there are prerequisites for going through that, like having Shuttle Bay 40, Ops 40, certain number of epic officers at certain ranks, etc. But they're not super high requirements. So that gives you a chance to get epic assignments. And eventually you'll have these various things that many people have asked about. What are the crew allocations? Simple answer is it makes getting those officer shards more efficient. Simple as that, which I think most people like. So as you get the price up, it basically, or you get the research up, the price to attain those officers in those groups when you're doing those turn-ins goes down, making them more affordable for you. Again, this is why I'm focusing on missions first. I want to be able to run these missions, get as many of them done as I can so that I can earn as much as currency and get through that research tree. This is an area where I'm not telling you, hey, wait for it. Speed it up. Now, if you want to save for certain events, that makes sense. There's logic there. And you see, I've got a lot of speed up saved up over time because I've been at least on this account, I've been doing them very consistently since it came out. But let's speed this up, 95%. No chance it fails on stream, right? Or on video. I wasn't playing, but man, I do love this game so much. Ooh, I'm not editing that out at all, Scopely. You can just take that and put it in a place that I'm not going to say on YouTube. Like the video if you enjoy Rev's pain. Hopefully you don't experience it. But here we are, going to do the same thing. Going to try to get 95%, but this time uncommon only giving us 1700 at the level, but still, yep. Woo, boy, you're lucky I'm not editing this video, Scopely. I'm leaving it in. But again, we want to get those pioneer chests, and now just out of, surely statistically I can't fail twice on 95% in a row. That wouldn't make sense. Well, there we go. So there's my pioneer crest, allowing me to go and do more of these missions, and the biggest chunks come in these right here. Now, key is you're going to have to work on the traits if you want to get the criticals so that you can get the officers. This one being Strange New World Spock, maybe not that alluring for many, but the critical here for me is the Pioneer Crest. Look, 10,500. That is significant chunks of research. And like I said before, you're going to need a lot of stats here to make it happen. My drawback, Gold Ducat. Haven't really worked on upgrading Gold Ducat. So only tier 2. I don't have a very high chance, 77%, but still worth going after because again, 5,000 if I get it with a critical chance of 51% based on upgrading his traits. And then these traits down here, you're going to find those from the new officers that are coming out both this month and here in the future. So absolutely worth keeping an eye on. But the big key here is the rewards are great, except when you fail. But the rewards are really good. You're getting more efficient drops for your officers, able to pull a lot more of those. You're getting stats. You're getting Apex Shred, ISO, and there are, again, other good things. But the big thing is focusing on progressing through the missions. Focus on those. Then you can start working towards maybe you really want to get that Enterprise E group. Enterprise E data getting maxed. That'd be very big for most players in the game. Enterprise E Picard. And you see Data here has his own allocation. Voyager crew, very important for G4, G5 players. Was talking to an awesome G4 couple last night. I was like, look, you really don't want to go G5 because you don't have the Doctor from Voyager unlocked yet. You've only got a tier 1 Janeway. So more ways to get these officers is really, really good. So we want to try to focus on that, but missions first. That's going to be the currency you need to afford these researchers and those nice little chests in the boxes where we saw before in the away team store. And then also, don't forget you have, at least the month that this is coming out, we've seen it. Look at that, getting the heroic done. I feel a little bit better about that huge epic fail from earlier. So yay. But don't forget the month this came out, you've got these right here that you can pull from. And then don't forget in the faction store itself, head on over to the augment faction. Again, we have all these officers that we can start pulling from. So if we can make things like that cheaper, we definitely want to go for it. We'll cover all those other things in further videos. But hopefully this gets you started on the new away team missions themselves. Like I said, the traits are going to come with the new officers as well as the specific officers, as you can see, thanks to the new auto sort button, making it very handy to go ahead and get those pulled. I actually find that to be incredibly valuable. Auto assign making it much easier to recommend officers and such. So if you need any help, if you got any questions, hit me up on Discord, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc. Live long and plunder. Stay safe for the Space Cowboys. Deuces, that's me. Hope you don't fail a 95% priority one away team rare like I did today. And see you on the next one.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.